Okay, okay. Let's double check if your audio is working fine. Checking out. There we go. Bring down the CPU. And yes, Flap is back at it again. Thank you for my base. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the vibes. Alrighty, so let's get started with the day. I feel horrible. I was sweating last night. Didn't sleep till 3 o'clock. I took like 2 CBD pills last night to calm me down, relax me. Didn't help at all. I didn't go to sleep till 3 in the morning, so I'm kind of dragging ass today. So we're just kind of do a leisure of the setup. So for my main streamers and my short or my base, you might have seen that I'm updating my UI a little bit. Next in line, if someone who knows how to do this, how to integrate chat and YouTube with 2 channels into the stream. Now with Twitch, it's easy as hell. I just integrate and I can just add it in and it does it. But having shorts and mainstream, oh, nope, can't just do that. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I can't. That's my next project. I want to see your guys, like, collectively, both of you, to show you what I see, and it's a lot of combo. Do me a favor, like and subscribe, do all that jazz. But you're my base, you're rock solid, you're pretty much on point. So I had a disappointing and happy morning when I woke up, even though I woke up late. Let me show you guys this real quick, as long as it shows up just properly. So I talked to you about the numbers. Look at this right here. It shows it right there. It was like at 2,690 something hours yesterday, and I'm at 2,945 hours away. I'm literally 55 hours watch time to get partnered with YouTube. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for helping me out. And I could have done it without anybody here, honestly. Now I got a direction. I'm hoping to spend time back. I need to get back a little bit into editing videos, but I am definitely focused on basically just streaming. I just enjoy it. I like the engagement, but I might have to back off a little bit schedule-wise during the weekdays just to do a couple edited videos, just to have some fun. And also get off the grind a little bit. We'll play it. This week, I'm planning to just stream all week just to get the hours, get the time, get the viewerships, because I am just growing like crazy. So every bit helps. And that's where I'm at with that right there. So thank you. All right, so while I got everything set up here, let me see what you guys are talking about. Oh, sorry. Like I said, today is just going to be a chill day. I just want to go over some things. What's up, D-Man? Quentin? Thank you for joining in. Again, it takes about 30 minutes to join in. My viewership goes up. I got my when I ask questions when in chat. So obviously I'm going to start out 4 hours with Warframe today, 4 hours of Soulframe today. You can squad up with me, obviously. Just I'm changing my UI around so everybody can see. Obviously my reach is short, but I found out yesterday if you have chat up, you can't see my ads, so I'm moving stuff around, making things more convenient. So we can just make it more convenient for me and get you guys in my squad. That's still up. So what is on the docket today? I took away ESO from the choices because you guys never vote for it. I'm going to add in Little Duck. I don't know how my voice is going to hold up today. I don't know how I'm going to do today. But we'll see what happens. I was burning up, like sweaty, burning up. All right, we'll knock out this question real quick. My main stream. Constructive. Add that in. All right. So you guys go ahead and vote for me, please. What you want to docket for today. In the meantime, send me your fashion frame. Send me your builds. That's something I want to dabble into today. See what we could... Mainly on Soulframes, we're going into a deep dive today. If you're interested in the guts of it, what is available, what isn't available, we're going to go into that. So for the past 2 streams, we have strictly just farming those joineries. Unlike other YouTubers who do not stream, when I build something, you're watching it live. I don't see anybody's YouTube video. I don't copy and paste. I build it out. I play it. I feel it. See what works. It might not be meta. It might be meta. It might be overkill. But all that matters, as long as I'm having fun, who gives a shit? So that's where I'm at with that. Speaking of, how am I doing on audio? Is audio good? Tell me on chat. Everything going okay? This is my first cup, and I'm just struggling. I currently don't have Necromech, which I should need for future quests, right? You will need for Necromech is, I don't know if it's required anymore, but it is necessary for the new work quest. And that's what I recommend everybody trying to get their hands on to. Try to get to the Necromech, at least get to that point. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for the feedback. And that's about it. After that, it's mainly for railjack missions. That's it. It's kind of disappointing. Railjack and like Necromech are one of those things that you absolutely need. And it's sad because Necromechs are kind of fun. Everybody was excited when Necromechs were released and nothing was improved on it. Audio and video is solid. Nice. Fantastic. Fantastic. Do me a favor, guys. Send me a DM on flapvsjack on how you do that. If you want to friend me, go to communication, go to friends, go to add friend, and type in flapvsjack. That way, I got you friend listed automatically. We're also seeking clan members. Always. Big boy needs to step up. He didn't step in, so wait on him. If you search under Moon Tier, that's where I'm at. Yeah, you can tell I am super motivated today. You're slowly stacking your stuff. What stuff are you trying, or stuff are you talking about when you're talking about stacking? God, I can't talk. Okay. Hey, BSS. Welcome back, buddy. Yeah. As I said earlier, I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm just like coast mode right now. I got nothing on my agenda. I got the tech rot, but I don't need any of that. You guys vote on whatever you want to do. If you want to squad up, I'm want to look into fashion frame and builds, see where it goes. We are going into a deep dive guide into Soulframe later on today. Recently, I've been building up a squad. If that's something you guys want to do in Warframe, we could dabble into guides as well. I could talk about my builds, the ones that I use the most. The ones I don't use the most, hey, this is what I'll do. Let's say the least used Warframe I have is Gruta. Give me a build. I'll apply it, see how it works. Maybe you could change my mind. Or Oberon or whatever. Obviously, I need to update Oberon. Speaking of, let's take a look at that real quick.
Sure you want to take the risk?
I haven't used Oberon since
Pretty volatile.
when they released Eidolons, and that's when we're testing out Eidolon killing builds like Harrow, Eidolon, Titania. We're just trying to, that tells you how long ago I've been playing with that. Yeah, this is the old build. I can tell. So the rifle amp is obviously meant for the sniper, so this is the Eidolon build. Just when, you can see how old it is. I don't even have Umbra Intensifier, nothing. Yeah, this is just a old school build right here. Not bad, it's just old school. I'm curious what they're gonna do with Oberon when it comes to down the road. I haven't subsumed any of his abilities. So, send me a link. Maybe I could copy and pop it. Sleep isn't important. The problem is trying to sleep and you can't sleep. That's the problem.
So,
That's my number one
we've got
problem.
atomic powers.
How should I build Araxia correctly? Or am I not fair enough? So I made an entire video about that. So let me go into Araxia.
Don't care if it's dangerous so long
I
as
actually
it's
double
not
dipped into her.
boring.
So did I make 3 builds? No, I made 2 builds. So don't subsume any of her abilities. Now this right here is in-game. We'll start out with starter. All you need to do is basically add in health. That double dips into your 4th ability. Now, if you see here, you'll see a max health multiplier of 3 plus 2.9. So it basically increases your health, right? So why is that important? Because that's going to be important for the in-game build. But for starter builds, it's just survivability at first. You can copy this. This is just a basic build I just hodgepodge together for early mods for people, no arcanes or nothing. This will keep you up to date, basically to mid to probably up to Steel Path. My in-game build for Araxia is this. Now, it double dips into Bellicose. Bellicose gives you ability strength for every 250 max health up to 72%. Now, there's a caveat with that. If you add in, let's say, Umbra Intensify and Blind Rage, let me show you this right here. Right now, it's at... Wait a minute, wrong one. I'm tired. My max health is at 3.6. If you take out Precision Intensify, it'll go down to 2.7. Now, again, you can only max it out at 72%. So I believe that's at 1,000 health multiplier. So if you put Umbra Intensify and Blind Rage, you will not get the max capacity of that multiplier to max out Bellicose. You have to have Blind Rage, you have to have Precision Intensify, and you have to have Arcane Blessing stacked up max to max out Bellicose. Once you max out this ability, when you max out these 4 right here, you're good to go. That's all you really need. All the rest is synergizing with what you need. So how are you going to get your health up? That's going to be your first ability. So first ability, you're basically going to pounce on them. It drops health orbs and also energy, basically energy as well. That double dips with equilibrium. So you don't need a lot of efficiency, but it does help out a little bit. That's the reason I put in streamline. And that's more than enough. As long as you're pouncing on enemies, you're doing your job. It's synergizing with these 2 mods, this arcane, it stacks up this arcane, and then we're good to go. And growing power, just add more strength to status, since you're doing toxin status guaranteed. Once you basically press 4, bam, that's how it works. And adaptation for survivability, but you do not need constitution or pure prime sure-footed if you're in your 4th ability. Keep that in mind. And of course, I added range just for the fact that I need to overextend. That's the reason you need these 2 to max out these 3 to get out your max health. So if that helps out. You made a new fashion frame? All right. I'll look at that in a second. So rolling guard cannot help you here because in your 4th ability, you can't roll. And also prime sure-footed is you don't have stagger in your 4th ability. So you do not need prime sure-footed. So double dip in basically more strength just in case. And add in adaptation to make you tankier. And you do not need... Also, I'll do this as well. This is important. Arcane continuity. Basically, toxin status effects will also apply corrosive. So you're double dipping. You're guaranteed to do toxin proxin. So this right here... And I also made a build with this. With Probesis. The only reason I picked this weapon because it's kind of like a spider. I like bows. And this is like a spider bow. If you combine this build right here, add Firestorm, just to make the radius of the tendrils to reach farther. You don't need this, but it helps out just on basically multi-shot. The crit damage is not that important because your crit chance is doo-doo. But hey, multiplier is multiplier. You're just going for this for the toxin damage versus primary merciless. Dude, you'll go through basically steel path with this weapon and her fourth ability really quick. And I'll show you. So I'll go steel path. I'll go to the hardest survival mission. Well, not the hardest, but we'll just go to mod. No, 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 no. Make this quick. No prime sure-footed. Oh my god, I said it. You don't need you didn't say no prime sure-footed. I think there's only 4 frames that I use prime sure-footed for. I think it's mean to the ground.
Use all that you have learned.
All right, take a look at my top right corner. As you can tell, I got 675. If I press 4, bam, I got 2,431. That's because of blind rage and also the fact that I have precision intensified. I'll bring it to 2. And of course, you want as much range as you can for third ability, as I get something to kill. There we go. Oh, I'm out of energy. Whoopsie. There we go. So you can tell, if I bring down 4, bring it back up, I'm at 5,000 instead of 4,000. So that's how basically it's stacked up. The more health I get, the better the multiplier on my ability strength with Bellicose adds in. And she can basically tackle anything. As you can tell, I'm basically killing like crazy. So let's press 4 again. 583. The reason why, because it's stacked up with my growing power as well, and I keep that ability. So win-win. So the only thing you need to do is to maintain this build. Just make sure that you got health. That's it.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Drop that down. It takes a second. Boom. All die. All applied because of the synergy that I have with primary blight and also the weapon. Love this build. This is a great build to just... But the problem with the Probesis weapon is that it's terrible against Acolytes and like single target weapons. So bring in a like Latum weapon just to cover your duck. Just to make sure. And also make sure once in a while you press 1 so you can have your health up. And also make sure that your energy is fine. And you could solo anything with this build. As long as you have a decent weapon. Everybody's going with Sobek, but as you can tell, I like Probesis. So, hope that explains a little bit of it. So, I'll show the build one more time. How should I build? You don't have blind rage? Yeah. The corrupted mods are a must. And I call those essential mods. I think Serration is an essential mod. So, all corrupted mods you need to have. They're going to factor in so many builds when it comes to late game, or I would say mid game and late game down the road. Get that as soon as possible. Start leveling them up. But anyways, here's the build one more time to showcase you what I'm talking about. Bellicose. Gain ability strength for every health you have. Now, as you can see, Blessing will start gathering more health the more you press the first ability. More first ability you kill, the more health you drop, the more health orbs you collect, the higher your health pool will go, and it will actually make your strength for Bellicose even stronger for all abilities. And top it off, you get to keep that. And if you don't like, if you're saying, oh man, I'm getting hit left and right, remember, you can stay invisible for 7 seconds with Araxia. With this build, this is basically a good solo build. If you want to have some fun, get this weapon right here. Go with this build. This does the job so well. Haven't made it far from getting those shards yet, honestly. And also, as you can tell here, everybody's telling you to put in emerald shards. As you can tell, I have no emerald shards. The only thing I absolutely recommend is casting speed That's the one, whether it's Tau or not. That is more important than Emerald Shards. So, and I also went, you'll probably see a theme with me. I'm a big fan of energy on pool. Now, if you do not have Tau shards for basically having this, there is a mod in arbitration called preparation, but I don't like using that because it basically takes up a mod slot. I would like to use, if I had to swap it out with something like Cunning Drift just to make more CC, I could do that. That's, I always think you, shut up, Ortis. I always think like Exilus mods are basically utilities, so use it as a utility. Do you. If you want to slap in preparation, that way you don't have to waste the Archon shards and you want to double dip in Emerald shards, hey, it doesn't hurt. But as you can tell, I just did Mott, one of the hardest survival missions right there at the get-go, one-shotting everything. And I wasn't even built up. Like, I was just getting started. This is a damage over time build. So the longer you go at it, keep trucking, getting in health, more CC in, the stronger you get until you cap out on your health. Okay, back to questions. What else? So that did was my Rex. Yeah, it's full Umbra. And that's okay. If you do not have Arcane Blessing and Bellicose, this is kind of like endgame Arcanes. You will not get Arcane Blessing until Zeramon. Where do you get Bellicose? Tell me where is that? Is that 1999 Arcane as well? You use 3-4 green shards of toxin. And is that good? Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, if I had to put any slots right here, I would put toxin shards in here right now. But as you can tell, I don't need it. It's kind of overkill. You know what I mean? And keep in mind, that's a problem on standard missions when you kill too fast. When on Steel Path, it's not. A lot of people who join into Warframe don't realize this. The spawn rate increases, I think, by 200% or more on Steel Path. So that's the reason the enemy density is way higher in Steel Path versus survival on normal mode. Let's say if I did Mott on normal mode. If I kill too fast, sometimes they don't spawn well or spawn too far. And that makes it worse. So it's kind of funny if you're killing too much. The only way you can increase the spawn rate on any mission is having more players join your squad. Now, if you're doing squad, you'll be fine. But if you're doing solo, as I said, this is a solo build. If your squad are killing everything and you can't proc your first ability to get that health orb, you're shit out of luck. That's the whole point of this build. This is pretty much like a YouTube build right here. Overkill. So you kind of want like a balanced build in case you go with squad, because otherwise I would swap this up with fleet and expertise. Double dip, like, what's the point of CCing everything if you're in a squad, right? That would, let's bring that up. Fleet. If I had to do a squad build, this is the only thing I would change. Bring down, increase my basically efficiency, lower my duration, because obviously everybody's going to kill everything in the squad. You got to think in that way as well. But this is my build I showcase. Well, let's see here. Those 8 game is a must for me sooner or later, basically. So yeah, just keep trucking, get those stuff. Immunity to Cernos is pretty good, but I would get this one. This is one of my favorite bows, honestly. It's a gimmicky bow, but it's so fun. Again, fun. Why not use shards instead of Equilibrium? Because the shards are basically a weaker version of Equilibrium, while Equilibrium is just dumb mode. So that's the reason why. So let's dabble into that. So once you go into shards, even if you have a Tau version of it, let's say that you have, where is it? I forgot which one. I think it's Emerald. Health pickups give you 20% energy, and energy pickups give you 20% health. And those can stack up if you multiply it with basically another Emerald shard. But again, you got to think about this. 20 energy for every health pickup and health energy. What does Equilibrium do? Remember, 20. You could get a towel version, but you're wasting a towel emerald shard for energy pickups versus what one mod can do for 110%. It's not even a quarter of what this mod can do. Maybe the towel version of that emerald shard can do it. So in order to do what this mod can do, you have to get at least two of the emerald shards plus another emerald shard to multiply it to do what this one mod can do. So that's the reason I don't use energy conversions for those kind of build, because I am lower efficiency. It's energy hungry. So I don't need weaker shards. Now, if I slap in fleeting expertise, maybe that would work. But then I got to do a balance act with my energy. And that's basically the same territory that a lot of people are facing with Valkyr. It's a balancing act with energy and also strength. Any tips on early steel path? Go to arbitration. Get galvanized mods. That's a good way to start. If you don't know where arbitration is, once you complete Ares, that should unlock arbitration. Arbitration will be on your notification tab up here. Arbitration. It changes up. Get as much Vitus Essence. Go to a relay. I'll show you what to do there. Any tips on squad up? Thank you, buddy. Thank you for G, Danny. Just wondering, what's the best way to farm Blind Rage? The only way to farm Blind Rage is Deimos on Corrupted Mods or Orc Vault Run. That's the only way. The only other way to get it, trade. That's it. Alright, so Steel Path, we'll go to Faction, we'll go to Arbiters of Hexus. That's these guys right here. If you go to this guy right here on the left, you're going to trade in those Vitus Essence for these mods. So go to Mod, get all of the Galvanized mods. Now, if you only have a certain amount to collect, I always recommend get Multi-Shot first for whatever you need. Get Status Chance second. So let's give a good example. So we got this one for Shotgun. It gives you Multi-Shot and also has 30 plus Multi-Shot for 20 seconds and it stacks up ×4, which is better than the Galvanized, not Galvanized, Multi-Shot mod name for that one. And it's applied to all the weapon types, meaning that there's one for rifle, there's one for shotguns, there's one for pistols, and there's also melees as well. So get all these. The only ones that are situational are the galvanized scopes for the pistols and also the... God, I'm tired. Rifles. These are better versions than the multi-shot, but you have to land the headshot. So that's caveat with that. Where's the headshot for a Moa? Where's the headshot for a Murmur? So it's not just you're aiming for... It's easy with Grineer and also human corpus missions, but everyone else, you kind of just don't know unless you're just a vet and you know where it is. Also, there's these other mods. Get Adaption. Also get Rolling Guard, wherever that's at. Preparation. I still haven't got that because I just use shards. And there it is. Rolling Guard. Those are the two recommendations for the basically what you need for... This is technically better than Adaption, but it's situational. But get these two, which is Adaption and Roller Guard for survivability. Makes you a lot more tankier. I like rocking Adaption because I don't like dealing with timers, and also the fact I like passive abilities over gimmicks. That's me. You do you. This is meta. I don't give a shit. So there you go. Get all the other mods that you do not have. Happy farming. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it today. Whew, I'm struggling. Well, who else got a question? So it seems we're going into a deep dive today. I'm going into a deep dive in Soulframe later on. That was yesterday's stream as well, since you guys have requested that. So it looks like we're gonna dive into that and we'll see where this vote goes. Also, if you want to squad up with me, send me a DM, please. Friend me to flapvsjack, and we're good to go from there. All right, what we got? Also, do me a favor if you like this and you're just watching this for the first time, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz too. Oh, in a mission and give you my build. Okay, yeah, definitely. Just return to the game, and there's so much new builds. I was a slam user, but the general and all game modes. What's your go-to primary and weapons builds? Appreciate it. Oh, I appreciate you appreciating me. Now when it comes to weapons, I like a lot of them. I like a lot of them. But my go-to right now is Latron and Strun. These are my most used in Karnan form. They're just so versatile. This one, I can make an armor stripping build. I can make it a crit build. I can make a status build. Both rock the boat hard. Strun, I'm a shotgun enthusiast, so shotguns is my favorite. And Strun, I got an awesome Riven build for it, and it just destroys everything, and it's so much fun. Obviously, Tord's on top of the list. It's pretty much up there. Tigress is only here because when shotguns were OP, when you had that 100% status build, that's why that's up here. I rocked that out pretty hard. And then you'll start seeing a pattern here where I stick with certain 3-round bursts, shotguns, snipers, and basically arrows. Most of the snipers are up here because I've done a ton of Eidolon farming when it released, especially when Tricap was released. Remember, we didn't have Tricap on release. We just had that one Eidolon on release on Plains of Eidolon. Then they added Tricap later. But I rocked out the Dread way before the Incarnate. I love the Dread. I got a fantastic Riven for it too. So my theory is that look at this sucker, 175. So I'm not changing one bit. This thing just destroys and shows nothing but red numbers. It's such. So what's your other question? Melee. Right now I'm not a melee enthusiast anymore. They kind of just nerf slam and also overall melee to the ground. So I'm just using Okina for a utility reason. The only thing I use this for is basically movement speed for all Warframes. That's the only reason I'm having this on here. But if I had to be subjective, this is the most usage here. As you can tell, dual commas is my go-to. That has always been my favorite weapon. Is it good? No. Is it fun? Yes. So that's the reason why I went there. And then you'll notice I went from pole arms to basically heavy blades, because back in the day, this used to be meta, especially at Guanda. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And also Orthodox Prime back in the day. And then Magistar and Slam Attacks caught up a little bit, but I don't think they're going to catch up anymore because right now Slam Attacks have been changed where you have to bullet jump up to get the better radius and better procs. So, and the rest of here is basically gimmicky builds. I don't use many of them. No throwings. No, the only reason this sucker's up here is when Railjack released, I needed Harrow Prime just to do damage in Railjack. That was the only way to do it. So that gives you an idea. Now, as far as pistol goes, it's the same problem I have with rifle. I like too many of the weapons. But Maylock was my main go-to as a starter frame. Back then, this was the best secondary for the longest time. Way before Catch Moon, way before all the other weapons. And then Riven's introduced, and then I dabble into it. Nucor used to be right here, and then it topped down. Epitaph take over because, again, I use it for utilities just to break crates. Or frames that don't break crates. But these two weapons here, oh my god. I got two great Rivens for both of them, and they skyrocketed. I even like them better than Latum. So, Dual Toxis spiked up really quick when the Incarnate came out. That's a great one. I only have Lex Prime because back in the day, that used to be the best secondary in the early days. But this gives you an idea of what I used over time. Some of these need to catch up, but I just haven't got to it. This right here will never catch up. I will never use POC. Like Compressor, I will use way over POC. So don't judge this as what you see. It's just what I've used to give you an idea. Biggie Smalls. You got Araxia. Bellicose, more augmented. Alright. Blind Rage, Umbra Vitality. Now remember, you're not going to cap out with this build. I hope you know that. Oh yeah, you will. You will max out with it because you do not have Overextend. So that's the reason why I went with Overextend, so I could slap in Adaption, because he's using basically 2 mods to do 1 mod job. So you're basically doing the exact same thing for me without Adaption. That's basically it. And also Prime Flow. Did I use Prime Flow? Shows you how much my memory is at. Yeah, I did. I used Prime Flow. So it's basically the same. Your build is exactly like mine without Precision Intensify and Equilibrium. Wait a minute. You did have Equilibrium. Didn't you? Nope, you didn't. So you're starving. Yeah, if you want to swap out with Arcane Blessing, that's totally up to you. It's up your playstyle. You do not need that. You'll have growing power. You have more strength for overall abilities. So, what's here? 205 from my range, but that's because of adding drift. So, yeah, it's up to you. So, your build is very similar to mine. So, the real meta for now, for primary... Let's see, I'll try toward that. Wasn't a fan of it because it was slow. Well, the Incarnates are meta. Not all of them, but most of them. Right now, they are still far better than even the Coda weapons, due to the fact of their evolutions and utility kits. Actually, speaking of, let me slap that over. So, that gives you an idea. Shorts, I'm not ignoring you. I'm sorry. I just got 2 chats up at the same time. What's this game? It's Warframe. I'm new to Warframe. I don't have many mods. What mods and Arcane should I go for? If you're new, Xavier, go. If you're a new player, well, give me at least a vague idea where you're at, Xavier. Where are you at in the game, story-wise? That'll tell me everything I need to know. Like, have you completed the second dream? Have you completed the war within? Are you in a new war? Have you completed a Zermon? Whisper in Walls? Hex? Where are you at? And that will tell me what arcanes are available to you and also mods. That's the reason why I always tell everybody to complete story quests, because a lot of people, especially new players, it unlocks things the further you go into the story quest. If you knock out all the nodes, that's fine. That has a purpose too. But there's passive things you're not accruing over time because you haven't completed certain story quests. And that's why I always tell anybody who's joined Warframe, saying like, hey, what should I do? Get to the new war. That's priority number 1. Then do whatever you want from there. Don't you need Prime Sure-Footed? Nope. I do not need Prime Sure-Footed. Or Arcane Use. Don't get that. Hey, Freddy. Alright, Burn Man. I'm a huge Equilibrium supporter. Well, that's the thing about Equilibrium. Back in the day when the sacrifice was introduced, Umber mods were meta. And then when Archon shards were introduced, Blind Rage and Equilibrium were made into meta again. They used to see Equilibrium and Blind Rage were meta. Umber mods became meta, and now we're back to Equilibrium and Blind Rage, and that's why a lot of YouTubers are using those builds, because of Archon shards. So that's moved it back to old territory. For you, it's new. For me, it's old school. So the problem about Equilibrium is you have to have flow. Whether it's flow, prime flow, Archon flow, you have to have it. Because the whole point of Equilibrium is to add Blind Rage. That's always the point. So if you're adding Blind Rage, you got 2 options. Efficiency or Equilibrium. That's it. No Archon shard is going to supplement it. Now, there is one arcane that can supplement it, on certain builds, and that works with my Valkyrie build. And that's Arcane Battery. Also, I'll give you guys some eye candy when I'm at it. So, as you can tell here, I have Equilibrium. And I have Blind Rage, but I do not have Prime Flow. Why? Because I have Arcane Battery. Arcane Battery basically increases your max energy per armor point. Obviously, Valkyrie has a ton of armor. That's going to play very well, and that's the reason why a lot of people use Arcane Battery with Valkyrie. So they do not have to waste a mod slot for Flow with Equilibrium. But not every Warframe is like that. I think the most squishy one, like Banshee. Obviously, you can't use that build for her armor because she's only 135. So you can't use Arcane Battery on here. Even if you put in armor mods, it's just not enough. So you're just wasting mod slot and Arcane Battery. So it doesn't work for every Warframe. So that's a caveat with Arcane Battery. A gimmicky build. All right. Can you please show me a non-Riven build of Tord? Sure. I don't think I have a Riven. Bam. Oh, I do have a Riven. Okay. Oop. What is it on there? Crit damage, multi-shot damage. All right, go with it. So what I would do with here, I would swap it out. Yeah, you just stick with this. So this is Toxin and Blast. You can add in basically multi-shot right here is what I would do. Or put in Serration or Bane mod. Totally up to you. That's what I would put right there. But the most important mod in here is basically Firestorm. You can get Firestorm or Prime Firestorm. Totally up to you. This basically increases the beam of the Tord on basically enemy. When applied to an enemy, it has the ability to go other enemies and kill them as well. And it stacks up. Kind of like the old Nucor. Kuva Nucor. And this is what applies to even more enemies, and you can just clear out entire sets. So, go with that right there. Hope that helped. I would like to have a Prime Share footed, but man, getting login days... What do you mean login days is hard? All you do is log in every day. That's all you do. How is that hard? You just show up, son. Figuring out how to do blast and barely. Okay. I got you. All right. Let's see here. Can you give me me modding tip? Again, and it all depends on your status quo. Like, where are you at in the game? You got to give me a little feedback where you at. If you're a starter, if you're just like tackling level 50 and below enemies, all you need is damage and multi-shot. That's it. Doesn't matter which damage type. It does help out on depending on the faction, but you're going down a rabbit hole where this is the problem where I hate explaining mods, because a lot of people do not understand the faction, the damage, what applies and everything, because it's 10 years of content. I already looked at this. Emitter. Using the emitter. Gotcha. Spectral. So you're going with evade? Alright. How about France? What's your go-to? Good for survival and weekly Archon hunt modes. Most likely for killing bosses, frame, and weapon. My go-to... Well, that's two different questions right there. How about France? What's your go-to? So my go-to for everything, squad or solo, is Nova. I'm a Nova main. And Nova is the most and is the best utility frame in the game. There is no other frame that can slow and speed up mission objectives like Nova. Period. So, not only that, her molecular prime does double damage. So, she has survivability. She has a nuke build. She has a CC build, a slow build, a speed build. She has a tank build. She has a speed build. She has also a utility kit that is situational, which is teleporting. So You could go
Yeah,
hog
yeah,
wild
whiz,
with her.
boom, whatever.
That's always
Go.
my favorite one. Now, as far as Archon hunts, you could rock any mission with Nova. That's the best part about her. Also, she synergizes best in squads. And there's 2 frames that any squad would not ever cry about, which is a Nova and Citrine. Who doesn't want the best utility in the frame or the best frame in the game that provides all status procs? Those are the best 2 frames in the squad. Period.
Let me do the talking.
As
Okay.
far as clearing out Archons, I go with Banshee, just to speed it up. If I have a tough time, I'll go back to Nova.
So, we doing this?
But if I just want to have some fun, swap it out to Mag. If her second ability can apply, it does not apply to her second ability doesn't apply to basically the bosses in the Archon hunts, but it does apply with basically Acolytes and other bosses for her second ability. And she could one shot with bosses with weak weapons easily with Mag. A lot of people forget that. The way to Prime? What is this? I don't even know what this is. Oh, that weapon. Honestly, I haven't tried it. You need a stance, though. Missing a stance. As good for survival. Survival, that's a loaded question. Are you playing solo or are you playing in squads? If you're playing in squads, it doesn't matter which frame you take. Just make sure they're not dicks and make sure they revive you if you go down. But as far as survivability solo, you need to go for endurance runs or gimmicky builds. The most popular endurance runs are basically invisible frames. Ivara is pretty much still one of the best solo endurance run frames in the game, but she's a gimmick, so you could take that as is. Other frames like Valkyrie, a lot of people thought she can't take on damage numbers like she did now. I think she's in a good spot as long as you're in the squad. It doesn't really matter. Autocorrect. Can I see a Harrow Prime build? Yeah, I can show you that. So, I was never big on Harrow Prime. I mean, Harrow in general. Until Evade came out. So, I swapped out with the first ability due to the fact I don't have much range. And double dipped on duration and strength. My Evade ability from Site 09, swap it out on the first ability because your chains are not going to go very far and not going to lock down enemies anyways. The only caveat with this build is that you need a high fire rate weapon. And you also need to basically stack up your ability for that as well. So let's take a look at this. For a peck, I came in for now. I'm tired. Deal with it. What it is basically while you're invisible, hence the evade option, you have the ability strength and final crit damage. So that synergizes perfectly with Harrow. Molt efficiency, because you don't need Molt augmented. You can, but I would have recommended or Arcane Avenger because you're going all in on efficiency and strength. And you want more duration than anything. As you can see here, I double dip in duration on all my shards. Multiplicative for electric damage, and also casting speed. That's all I put onto Archon shards. And there's my build. It's fun. The only thing that, again, Prime Sure-Footed helps out a little bit just to keep it going. You don't need this at all. If anything, if you want to double dip on more strength, I would put in Power Drift and you'll be fine. If you want to see but again, you need a high fire rate to get the perks of this build. That's the caveat with it. Let's take a Soma, for example. Go to the hardest mission, go to Mont, take a look at that, and I'll show you what it does. Can confirm Nova awesomeness currently in conjunction survival with her. Yep. Hey, Spin, welcome back. I've been watching this guy when he only had a few viewers. How long was that? I'm kind of curious how long you've been watching me.
To truly
Torn won't work.
master the canvas of war.
Tord won't work for that build. What are you talking about?
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules.
So I got
your way.
evade. I can proc my second ability. Gotta wait on these guys. Come on, steel path. Yep. Here they go. Okay. So with Harrow, you gotta press 4, get your procs up, wait for your timer to go down, and then basically get the benefits of it. And I'm pressing the second ability to make the fire rate faster and also make the reload faster as well. So having a Soma is a great example. Press 1, you're good to go. Reload done. That's the problem about Soma is reload, so you don't have to worry about that. You just go to town. As you can tell, look at my energy at the bottom right. For those who are not on shorts, on the mainstream, you can see that my energy never goes down, except for my second and third. Now, let's go in Incarnate mode. I can just hang out here all day. This is why I like this build. As long as you have a high fire weight weapon, you can just stay in this one spot all day long. Just make sure that you have a weapon that has Incarnate, so you don't have to worry about ammo problem. That's always the problem with any kind of weapon using with Harrow. So just keep that in mind. If you got a weapon that has fire rate, but their ammo economy is doo-doo, go away from it. Soma is a dream come true for Harrow. And as you can tell right here, I'm at 118 seconds. I have plenty of time. I could put more augmented. I could put in power drift. I'll be just fine. I am doing Mont. I'm at 150, just knocking it out. And I get to keep the bonus perk of the critical damage that I applied on the first run, and that stays forever as long as I stay invisible. And that's my build. But, as always, with Harrow, whether you use a balanced build or that crazy build, Harrow is a very hungry frame. He's best for solo builds. If you go into a squad, you're not going to benefit from it, and you're going to lose the invisibility. So he's best to basically be solo than it is being in a squad. The only time he is basically used for and squad is to use his fourth ability as a bonus perk for all your abilities. And again, it triples down onto his affinity range. So if you want to basically help out your squad and build a balanced build, make sure that you got which one is it? There it is. So make sure you go to Vazarin. It can increase your affinity range. That way your squad has basically a higher chance of getting the bonus perk of his fourth ability as well. So that gives you an idea of what you're going to deal with there. Next question. I guess Saturdays are deep dive days. Good gracious. Also, do me a favor. You just watching this channel. Sub, like, and subscribe. Do all that jazz for me. Also, DM flapvsjack. I want to see your fashion frame and your builds. Maybe we could go down that rabbit hole. And how do you friend me? You go to communication, friends, add friend, type in flapvsjack. That's it. Yeah, bursting would be good. Any weapon that's fire rate, even 3-round burst, Tiberian Prime or Tiberius Prime would work fine with that. Because it's a 3-round burst, you can get 3 hits at the same time. As long as you get a headshot or a critical chance out of it, you'll be fine. I just like Soma because I get to go brrr. You said I need high fire rate weapons. Just trying to understand what will work. You do not need it. Here's the thing about Warframe. You don't need anything. You go for fun and fashion frame. That's what you need. If you think like this, a Tord weapon with a low fire rate gives you the game on this build, you do you. I don't give a shit as long as you're having fun. Hey, thanks me. Thanks calling me. Appreciate it. I really do. You already got a clan? I'm not asking you to join my clan. I'm asking you to friend me. That way you can squad up with me as well. That's the whole point of squad up. Usually I get all you guys to DM me below. And that's the whole point of you voting right now. I'm going to have a point where I'm going to have you join me and squad up and whatever we do. Looks like mainstream is at that point. We're going to vote in 12 minutes. And I'm tired as crap today. So I'm sorry I'm just dragging ass. I'm kind of enjoying just go over builds today. Honestly. But right now, mainstream wants Little Ducks. And Shorts wants Orc and Volt. We'll tally it up. If you want to change that number a little bit, vote. Your words matter. Sad to see Corvex is the only good when there's crowds of enemies. And also with the Archon charts. You're right about that. Yeah. And that's okay. At least he has a purpose. Not like Oberon. So... Corvex or Oberon? Sorry, little dear buddy, but I like the Rocky guy better. Hey, old sister. Would you consider playing Castle Miners Z Resurrection when it comes out? I don't even know what the hell that is. But yeah, I'll look it up. For sure. I'm in a rock right now. Like, I'm stuck with you guys. I'm in tunnel vision mode. All right, so I guess today, what we have the agenda for today is 4 hours of Warframe and then 4 hours of Soulframe. For the past 2 or 3 days, I've been squatting up with you guys on Soulframe, trying to farm the new joineries in the game. And I think I got to the point where I could test build. At the same time, yesterday, everybody's asking me for a deep dive and explaining Soulframe. So if you want me to go into a deep dive into Warframe, we could go down that route. I'll go over my builds. One question was asked, what frames do I use the most? Obviously, I'm a Nova main.
Okay.
Mesa's only up here for one reason. For my old vets who've been playing this for years know exactly what I mean when I say this. Dracos. How many here remember Draco? What is the mod setup for your Harrow build? I'll show you that in a minute. That's the only reason my Mesa is so high up here. Because I was when I was on the MR climb, I used Draco so many times to level up everything. If you don't know what Draco is, it's kind of like Hydron on steroids. That was back in the day where you actually leveled up really quick. Like one mission quick, no booster. You just need a Mesa. And that's the only reason why she's up there. She's still valid today. If you want to look at my builds, obviously I went with heat on all of her ability. Not for that gimmicky build that they had recently, but because I actually put on heat on her regulators.
Ready to kick.
It actually helps out a little bit. You got to just double dip as much as you can. And I added in heat and corrosive. And this gives you an idea of my build. Now creeping bullseye, add that in. And also added encumber. Because on pistols, I'm going away. I'm finding out encumber is my go-to arcane for pistols. I'm learning that for any high fire rate or beam weapon on secondary, slap on encumber. It just does so much better than any arcane. If it's a low fire rate weapon, go back to basically the standard, which is secondary merciless. Keep to that. Or any other secondary that has a gimmicky setup as well. So, but if it has a higher fire rate, and you're thinking, oh, you got creeping bullseye, just wait. So on the build, this is my build. I went for this. I added on her first ability, dispensary. I did not put in the augment. So I'm going to be stationary with her ability. So I am going to take damage. That's going to basically proc critical chance on Arcane Avenger on damage. That includes shield, armor, and health. I will get a proc of 21% chance and it procs pretty quick. Once that procs, basically on critical hit on my weapons, since I put critical delay on my regulators, I got a 90% chance of 120% fire rate, and it works every single time. It just turns to brrr. So adding encumber back on my regulators, you have the chance to basically, on status effect, 24% chance to trigger a second random status, and it procs all the time, even though the status effect is at 18%. Due to the fact that the fire rate is so high, it doesn't matter. So you're gonna guarantee a proc probably every 2. Keep in mind that's innate proc, meaning that includes impact, puncture as well, and slash, which is guaranteed anyways, so almost to a point. So there's that overall setup right there. So that gives you an idea of my Mesa build. Also, you can swap this out with growing power. You do you, or put in corrosive protection. That's not necessary anymore, especially in a squad, since everybody has armor strip now with pillage, terrify, pillage. Every Warframe has the ability to basically armor strip. Thermal and Sunder has the ability to armor strip. So as long as you put in a Archon shard of corrosive +2 or 3, there you go. You reduce the armor by 90%. So that's the only thing I would swap out. Like, I would take out one of these shards for a corrosive plus just for a Grenier, and that's it. But if I'm stacking up heat, I'll be fine. What else? Anybody else? Oh, Harrow. You want to look at my Harrow build again? There you go. And I got evade as well. So that's the only thing I subsume. There you go. Give you a minute to look at that. Would you consider Castle Mine for a Harrow build? I got a legit question. Who the fuck is the Tau? Okay, so the Tau is basically the sentient faction. We never gone to their universe, apparently. So what you saw at TennoCon is a memory of Lotus of the Tau system when we had basically an alliance. That's the reason why Ballast is still there. We killed Ballast in the new war. So that's showing a history or memory, whether it's true or false or not, we'll find out, of basically the Tau system. And the Tau system is going to be in the present, while that's in the past. The Tau system is outside the origin system. So the Orcan used the Taus or sentients to basically conquer outside the origin system and prepare for the Orcan arrival. They went sentient, or basically rebelled against us because we apparently killed them during a Dax war. And basically what happened is that they rebelled against us and attacked us. We never been to their system at all. That's the reason why everybody's excited. And I'm excited because Sentient just looked badass. I love the tile set. I love their theme. I like the way every single thing they build up for them. So I'm kind of curious what it's going to be. Now, we got a lot of questions. We do know this. At least you guys told me. There is going to be a dev stream on the 31st. So we might get answers. So hang tight. Best stripping tool, in my opinion, is Nick's first ability. Yeah. Honestly, Terrify is still the best. Honestly. If you're going for straight up ability. Hey, just coming back into beg DE for a Forma event. Alright. The lore in this game is confusing for me. So, and that's true. It is a lot of back and forth. I wish there was a continuity, or I wish DE would do like a recap or a continuity like trailer for me. See, for me, it's confusing because I played all the way through. For all you new players, you get to go through it really quick. Like the new war, I had to wait 2 years to find out what happened. So now you're caught up with us, where it's like, yeah, this is nothing new. We got to wait to see what the tile system is. Everybody's like, what is it? We don't know. That's how it works. Give me 1 second. Let me get some coffee. I didn't sleep very well last night. I probably didn't even sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm dragging ass. I'm thankful that you guys are just want to feed my impact. Do me a favor. This is the first time you join in. If you got questions, sub, like, and subscribe. Do all that jazz for me. I thought we got to get our powers for Zeramon. Well, that's the thing. I don't know where we get our powers from. So I thought we got our powers from the Void, but now I'm starting to think we got our powers from the Indifference. And I have a feeling we're going to find out that maybe did Lotus get a deal from the Indifference and we're sharing the power of the Man in the Wall or the Indifference? Or is it from the Void? I don't know. That part is not fully fleshed out either. So when TennoCon 25 dropped, it was a 10 out of 10 presentation. Straight up. It was great. It was everything I was in shock and awe. I was not expecting to go in that route. They fulfilled one of my dreams, which is an ongoing relentless war. And also I get to go after the Drax. 2, I get to see basically how our relationship with the sentient were. But it pegged it down a little bit because it presented more questions than answers for TennoCon 2025 for me. It wasn't like Plains of Eidolon. You get an open world, explore, and you got something to grind. It's like, what are we going to do in this update? What is this Operator 2.0 or 3.0? What if we go to a node that isn't under fire? What does that do? Where do we grind everything? How does this pulling a freaking skiff from the Void change in my Garnier mission? I got so many questions. I'm right there with you. How word the man, you guys are talky today. I love it. But doesn't that the Man in the Wall have a much deeper role going or on from what I understand? So I have an idea what's going to happen on the Man in the Wall. So the Indifference is an opposing force that can expand into the Origin system. It hasn't done that yet. It hasn't invaded an Origin system technically, meaning it invades and takes over. But it can invade in not only our space and time, and also corrupt whatever it touches. So the problem with the sentient is that they are not bound to the Void, nor can they enter the Void. So is there a way that the sentient can block the Indifference into the Void, preventing it from entering our Origin system to be invaded in all time? And that's the reason why we're going back in time in my mind, is that we're going to rekindle our relationship with the sentient, and not only in the past, present, and future, to prevent the Indifference invading our Origin system for all time. And that's what I think is going to happen. And that's why we're going to start out with the old piece, then we're going to go to Tau and to the present. And I think the update after that is the war against the Indifference. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. You heard it first. My speculation is what I think is going to happen. It might take us a couple of years to get there, maybe 3, but you heard it here. We may deal with the Indifference to come back like a new. Continue to have our powers, which are. What's your Trumna Prime build? Oh, Trumna. I like Trumna. I don't know what my build is. I don't know. There's my build. All right, let's work that out. Let's see if I get a ribbon for it. Hey, I do. Slap that on there. Let's level this sucker up. This shows you how much I used it. It only got popular because of freaking TennoCon. But I actually like this weapon. What do I got? Status duration. Oh, that's why I took it off. Okay, so basically the ribbon is doo-doo. If it's disposition 2 or below, I don't use it. So I want a bang bang. So obviously you're going for the radio attack on the secondary. We'll play with that. So I added that in. So let's slap in. Let's build it up. Let's have some fun with this. So what I would do, see what the crit damage is. This is part of me building a build. I don't go to YouTube. I feel it out, see where we land, and go from there. So I got a high crit damage. Anything over like 4.5 to 5 crit damage, I always build for crit damage. So, or at least a hybrid. But the problem is that there's a 72% with the best crit chance mod, and that's going to lower my fire rate. So I would probably think Lethal Torrent might be better. Oh, I can't do this with this build. Actually, someone sent me their Trumna build. See if I can compare notes. Oh, that feels so good. Valkyrie, love this green. Ooh. Ooh. That looks really green. Soaking up the sun. Thank you, Spin. Welcome back, Lino. It's really good today because I remember that time in Warframe. Also, Dia is kind of BS at telling me I need MR17 for the Coda weapons. Yeah. Someone told me, someone confirmed with me on this. Good morning, Stratus. Welcome back, buddy. What's the mod setup for the Harrow? Oh, I already told you that. Someone confirmed with me on this. Is there a link or a conversation with any of the digital extreme employees saying that they're going to require MR30 down the road? Someone said that to me once, but never could confirm it. Oh, speaking of, let's end this poll. Bam. Bam. All right, so you guys voted on, let's tally this up. Little Duck, 42% on my main stream. Orkin Volts, 28%. Necromix, 21%. RJ Voidstorm, 7%. While my shorts guys, you guys voted for Orkin Volts, 43%. Tally that together. RJ Voidstorm, 25%. And Little Duck, 15%. So combine them together. Orkin Volts win again. You guys love doing Orkin Volts. So that's how that works. Little Duck could have won. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. My math could be bad. No, my math is good. So Orkin Volts won by about 15%. Tallied together. Good to know. All right, so what I would do, take out this, just so I can have wiggle room. Blast, alternate with fire. Blast is not going to help out my galvanized amplitude. Well, not too much. Direct damage. And the reason I have electricity is because of the Warframe. But that weapon does look badass. God, I'm thinking here. Anybody else got a Trumna build? We can copy and pasta. I have a feeling I need fire rate. So let's try fire rate. You do not need basically punch through. Valve precision. No. Valve acceleration is the fastest, but you lose some damage. So play with that. Yeah, blast. Swap it over to corrosive. See what we need for that. So if that's not the case, if I'm using cold, I'm going to use cold. Status effects is still kind of low, so I would bump that up with the 60-60. Yes, your overall damage will be lower, but it's not going to do you any good if you can't proc it. Let's see what it does with Harrow. Just for a single run, see what happens. Oh god, I think I'm gonna be drinking coffee all day. Democracy sucks! Hey, we might do that later on.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Okay, recoil is the problem. Reload, no. Dog, stop killing. I need them. You hurt me. So once my proc goes down, this is gonna get kind of stupid. Come on, come on. No, don't shoot my dog. Shoot me. There we go. Thank you. So it works really well with my Harrow build. Even for an underscore build. This is so fun. The only problem I see is ammo. But no, ammo's pretty solid. Alright. That's pretty good.
You have strayed too far from the path.
But I definitely need to reduce that recoil. That's priority. I mean, it's not a very accurate weapon, but see what happens when I go boom. Not bad, not bad. With this setup, I would say corrosive would help a little bit, but then again, this is not modded fully.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area.
But it's synergizing very well with my Harrow build, so get this bad boy up to the level up. So I'm going with viral. So straight up multiplicative, but that's not necessary because obviously with this build, I'm just knocking them out. Oh god, the recoil. Yep. So obviously fire rate is necessary, recoil is necessary, which sucks because that means you're wasting a mod on that. You don't have a choice. But it gets the job done. My ability is stacked in, so it does very great with my Harrow build. Oh, I'm at it. Let's just go to the deck objective if I can find it. So basically, bullet travel is good. Oh, okay. Hey, it's great with steel path. I'm not gonna lie.
Life support has arrived.
Okay. That's good enough for me. Well, where am I at? 18? Let's just go all the way through. Let's level this sucker up. Only got a few more minutes anyways. Well, I'm waiting here. Hey, Black! Welcome back, buddy. And yes, I'm playing a video game. Look at that chat. I can't do that with Soulframe. So if you guys got questions, tell me. So we're just testing out my Trumna build. And this is how I do builds. I don't look at builds from YouTube or anything. I feel it out. Obviously, I'm using a way over P frame with this build, but it's pretty much vibing pretty good with my Harrow build, only because of the fire rate. So I'm kind of happy I added that in, but obviously I need recoil. Okay, corrosive would definitely help with this attack. So it's good for basically clearing out ads, terrible on basically boss battles. Good to know. But yeah, reload is a problem, recoil is a problem, fire rate is a problem. As long as you clear those out, I could clear out fire rate and also reload with Harrow a little bit, but it still needs a little bit of fire rate to get my build up and running. So that's kind of the caveat with that. Let's see where I'm at with this. See if I can have a little wiggle room. Could you use Arcane Deadhead for damage and little recoil? Well, we'll dabble into that. We'll see. We'll compare it with the mods that are available and not, and go forth from there. What's your favorite frame? Nova! Wisp is your favorite? Hey, that's a good choice due to the fact that we got a little cosplay proto frame coming up for you. Damn it, I only had 23 for that weapon. So the biggest problem out of this son of a bitch is recoil.
Ready for action.
So that's the biggest problem. I don't want to reduce that. Stabilizer, so that's a good thing. We can use stabilizer for that. Hey, don't invite me, DM me, please. So I would swap this out with corrosive if I had a choice. Just for that run. But stabilizer, I for sure would get that. So let's get this out. Still in stabilizer, just for shits and giggles. What's the 60%? That's probably the best go to get. You said deadhead. Percent headshots stacks up to 3 times multiplier, reduces 50%, so that will bring it up to 90%. Give it a shot. Problem is the AoE effect will not give you headshots, which is the alt fire. That's the caveat with that. But yeah, obviously you do not need Firestorm with that build, especially with Steel Path now. I think that's unnecessary. So let's swap it over to corrosive. And obviously you still need more status damage because 34% is kind of so because viral is not going to help you out that much. What do I have? 6? And the damage doesn't matter with this build.
Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grenier.
So I'll look at that in a minute.
Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
Multi-shot, slap in Merceration, crit damage is a must because the multiplier is too high. And we're good to go. I think we're pretty much... So I would swap this. Honestly, let's do something different. We'll stick with Radiation, which is great against Murmur. Or also... Really? I thought it was good against... Corpus. I had to think of it. Tired. Sorry. But Magnetic is best against Corpus. I'll slap that in just for shits and giggles. Because that status effect is going to help me down. See, here's my caveat. So I'm required to have stabilizer. Sure, I can have deadhead, but that's not going to help you with the AoE effect damage. So I don't think that's going to be super reliable, but we can play with it. Hey, that's part of the vibe, right? I'm going to slap in electricity. No. What's electricity with viral? No. That's corrosive. This is where I'm at, guys. I am so tired. I don't even know what the freaking builds are anymore. What am I doing? There's corrosive. So what I done, I swapped out. You definitely need multi-shot. The only reason you don't need multi-shot is you're using a QT build, which is basically or semi-cord mods as well, if it doesn't have it. Apparently shotguns don't have it. So I'm going to go corrosive. Same run. I increased my status damage up with galvanized chamber. No, galvanized amplitude. So that's going to stack up my corrosive. I took out viral. Yeah, let's see what happens. The only thing I don't think is going to work well was Deadhead with the radio attack. But hey, I could be wrong. Same run. Playtest. Plus I need to level up anyways to format. Incomplete build. I think the stabilizer is going to be the game changer.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
But in any other frame, like a Mirage, I think this is not a great weapon without the increased fire rate. Could be wrong. Come on. Shoot me! Give me everything you got. Dog, stop being your dog. Okay. It's not even moving. So you don't even need Deadhead. It's not even moving at all. So you do not need Deadhead to reduce the recoil. At all. I hate to know. It's helpful, but my god, look at this. I'm not even moving. So stabilizer is enough.
Get ready for a capsule.
Obviously, I'm killing it quicker because I'm doing corrosive. Galvanized Aptitude is doing its job. That's why you do playtest. Obviously, it's still not doing enough damage to Eximus. And that's because I took Viral out. But this is a way better feel already due to the fact of recoil. And it isn't because of the damage, it's because of recoil. This feels so much better. So stabilizer is required. Confirmed. But I can see this weapon doing well against Vernier and also Corpus. And I have Prime sure-footed, so I'm not going to get staggered at all. But still, the problem is fire rate and overall damage. Alright, so might as well finish it out. Still corrosive. Again, this is Steel Path Mont, which is, what are we at? 140 right now. Pretty high level. Taking them out with basically a buff from Harrow, which is just straight up crit damage. I'm not adding any stats effect. If I had like a Citrine with me, or a Banshee, or any kind of buff frame like Mirage, Chroma, this would be actually overkill. So the problem is with Harrow, he's kind of greedy. But he does the job. The radio effect still takes out level 150 with this build. Only because of Harrow. Also the fact that my dog has got contagious bond and broken
Additional
shit.
life support has arrived.
Nope. So we're on track here. Doing pretty good. Procking that toxin damage, doing pretty good. That's pretty good. We can see what Vile Acceleration taken off with Harrow. I think Vile Acceleration will be necessary without Harrow since the increased fire rate is helpful. But obviously Deadhead is not necessary for the recoil. Stabilizer is just fine. Where's the exit? Only got 1 minute left. Let me go ahead. Where am I at? 27. Let's level this thing up to 30. That way I can add one more mod to it. But yeah, this is a great synergy for my Harrow build for sure. Good find, good find. Good thing you brought that up. Whee. I'm at 27 still. I forgot how fun this weapon is. Again, I'm not a regular YouTuber where I just sit there and do statistic numbers. I try to interact with the community, with my clan, everything like that. I do a lot of that time as well. Also doing a full-time job. Yeah, they don't have that problem. And kids. Oop, I got the grenade.
Is off to a successful start.
Ah, I'm so close.
Extraction is available if you need it.
Alright. Damn it. Didn't want to do that. Where am I at? 28. Up. Ah, dang it. May level us up one more time. Where am I at? 28 still. It's falling off. I can feel it the higher I go. I can definitely feel it. That's because of corrosive. Radio attack is still solid. Every single time I do radio attack, it's fine. Alright, let's see how it holds up against the Acolyte. Where he's at. Oh, hey, there you are. Alright, we took off my abilities. I have corrosive build. Ah, it's all about the radio attack. I died. Damn it. Alright, let's bring it. Where am I at? 29. So it's still not there. Close, but not there. Damn dog. I need these guys to hurt me. You fucker. Goddamn agent. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. And tough it out. Oxygen is getting me. Again. God damn it. I have no, like, vitality. So, because I went invisible. Fucking up my chi. Am I maxed out yet? God damn it. And the goddamn agent is what's getting me. Give me 1 second. I'm almost there. I'm trying to level it up to 30. My freaking companions are killing everything. Alright, where's the exit? This way. Energy. So, Lich. Kinda still difficulty. Radio attack still solid. Okay. Goddamn agent.
Until we meet again.
Where are these guys? Oh, hey, 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 go away. Go away, buddy. Oh, I got corrosive. I wonder how... I'm trying to think of different builds. Sorry, I'm thinking at the same time and also trying to get this freaking thing leveled up. Is it leveled up yet? Thank you! Let's get out of here. Okay. What gun? That's Trumna.
So you conquer
extra
yourself.
effect with arcanes or passive buffs. Will DE introduce true in-game content? I hope so. I want raids back, to be honest with you. I am a total agreement with you on that, Cody. I'm an old raid teacher on Raid Bus and also in my clan. I love the interaction way back in the day before this YouTube thing. And I think having at least a 6-party to 8-party dungeon or even more will be great. All right, so Deadhead is not necessary on this build. So we can get rid of this first. What can I play with? Crux. Does it have Crux? On weak point, gain status chance and aim efficiency. I don't think that's necessary because I got plenty of ammo with that and I replenish really quickly. So I will stick with my staple, which is primary merciless. Stack that up. That way you basically on kill, you get damage for 4 seconds, stacks up to 12 times, and increases reload as well. So that's going to be more beneficial for you because stabilizer is enough. So you do not need Deadhead for recoil. That does the job. So there's that answer. We got that out of the way. Galvanize Aptitude definitely help. Galvanize Chamber, definitely necessary. You're going to go for crit build, definitely slap on Vital Essence and Critical
Operator,
Delay.
the system needs you. Will you begin?
I will only, we're going to test this out. So I think this is not necessary for Harrow. We'll see. We'll knock that out. But fire rate is an important thing. The good thing about Harrow, he can increase fire rate on his second ability. As long as you have that up, your fire rate might be fine. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I can invite you. Also, if you want to join me on this next run, we're going to do Steel Path. We're just going to level up this Trumna till we get a vibe out of it. Just looking for passion. Have a nice day. Valkyr. Let's check out his fashion. Ooh. Nice. So I've been thinking of a fashion frame contest. I'm going to let you guys decide. What you're going to do is basically link up your fashion frame, and I'll get up to 4 top 10, and then I'll let you guys vote on who gets the fashion frame, and then who's the winners will be a deluxe skin of choice. I might do that tomorrow, but this looks really good. I like the color scheme. Even on the classic. Nice. Araxia Noble and the Ephemera. Okay, okay. So we're taking out Vile Acceleration. Heat and gas. Since my status has increased drastically due to the fact of galvanized altitude, you can go with actual weight. So we can go there. Now this is where it goes to double dipping. So I don't like Corpus Bane ones, but we'll play with it just to see what difference does it make. It double dips with the basically arcanes and also status effects. Since we're doing corrosive, no. I can't add that in yet. We'll slap this in just for that. I had gas previously. What else can I add to this? I'm definitely keeping these 4. I didn't invite you. Did not deliver? Oh. Okay. So let's do a squad up. We're going to level up this Trumna to get it a vibe so we can get you a build. And 2, after that, we're going to do what you voted for, which is Orc and Vaults. We're going to do this for basically till the end of the stream until we have to go to Soulframe. We're going to do 4 hours of Warframe, and then we're going to go to Soulframe. Primary Merciless, yeah. Also, do me a favor, sub, subscribe, do all that jazz, all that helps. Oh, here's getting on my nerves. So if you want to join me right now, watch me win the giveaways again. Yeah, you might. You never know. So, stabilizer is absolutely necessary. I think what I'm going to fill this slot up after this build, if it's too slow with Harrow, Val acceleration is necessary, unfortunately. But we'll figure it out.
As ready as you will ever be.
Alright, so we're going to do Steel Path Mont. Just 5 minutes. Anybody else want to join me? I give you like a few minutes to join. While we're waiting for 5 minutes, you guys got any questions? We'll go forward from there. Today is just a vibe day. Let me cut this out. I don't need this anymore. And do me a favor, you got any questions? Stay in the chat below. If you want to join my squad, there's 3 ways to do it. 1, DM flapvsjack. 2, friend flapvsjack. You don't know how to friend me, just go to basically menu, communication, friend, add friend right there. flapvsjack. I'll accept you right here when you join me in. I'll add you into the squad and DM you as well. Or you just state your in-game name in the chat below and we'll go forward from there. Your in-game name in chat. Let me buff you. Huh? Nick, where are you? Oh, there it is. I got you. I got you. You're good. Don't give me the numbers at the end. What's up? It's fine. It's fine. If you're leaving, right door. You're good on that. All right, Nick, I'll get you in. Don't worry about it. I was so busy just doing the build, trying to feel it out. Hopefully my pasta works. There you go. Just make sure that you accept, because if you do not accept by tomorrow, I'm going to remove you. There you go. Fantastic. And do me a favor, if you join me, just type in X and we'll go forward from there. Thank you, Ninja. Alright, so we're going to do 5 minutes of Mott on Steel Path. Of course, my build ain't going to be worth a flip because I'm in the squad now. But that's okay. That's part of the fun, right? If you're a new viewer on my channel, do me a favor. Like, sub, and subscribe. I'm trying to fill a void on the Warframe and gaming community in general. I think Warframe has lost their integrity when it comes to the community as far as integrating into the group. A great example is every single time I look up anything in Warframe YouTube, all I see is a bunch of lore junkies and also stat stick reviewers and guides, but no one's engaging the community directly, head on. Some of them are talking to them, but do not engage them like this. And I think that's a missing gap in the basically entertainment side. And the difference with me is I've been doing that for 10 years. I just never filmed it. So if you're not part of my clan or alliance, that's okay. I don't give a flying flip. I just care about you joining me.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to check
All right,
you
let's
out.
take a look at
Hold
this.
on. I'm
So it's
sending
not that
auxiliary
bad. I got no buff. Oh, yeah, I definitely feel it. Okay, so Deadhead does passively take off the recoil, but it's not as bad as before. So that's kind of nice. I need hits. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Joker from the Dark Knight. Hit me. No, don't kill him. I need them to hit me. That's okay. My dog does the same thing. I get a little bit of buff. There we go. Bring up my first ability, and we're good to go. So, not bad. I was wrong about Deadhead. It does give you a passive ability on recoil, but Stabilizer does the job just fine. And again, you don't need it for the radio. I don't think you need Firestorm for this build. I think that's overkill
Prepare for life support.
unless you're straight up going for that kind of build. But I am definitely feeling the fire rate on this. Whew. Yeah, follow acceleration. I mean, it's doing the job, but I'm thinking this is with the buff right now. That's the problem. So with a regular Warframe, you're gonna need Vile Acceleration.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
For sure.
Activating it will
But it's okay with Harrow. But I definitely see the problem with this right now. But anyways, back to the cost. If you like the direction I'm taking, basically integration with the community and also gaming in general, sub and like, get me growing, get me going. Maybe this is a way to not only have a passive or main income for me to continue that direction and fill up the gap that a lot of people are just not pursuing or too lazy to do. That's my hopes. It does frustrate me that they're always saying they're gamers, but they don't play with gamers for the community. That's a detriment to what they are. And especially the fact that Warframe is probably the best community in the gaming space. Why not engage them? It's what I've been doing for a decade anyways. They're great.
Support on the way.
Just throws me off every single time. It's a great community. Never see them with them. Just a little frustrating. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, that radio attack is pretty good. As long as you're getting entertained and learning something at the same time and interacting with me and engaging with me, that's the goal.
Additional life support has arrived.
Yeah, with Harrow, I think Vile Acceleration is overkill with this. But what I've seen on Harrow, I'm made in him recently, that you only need 1 or 2 hits for skill path. Trip buzz is capped off at 50%. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Someone can correct me if I feel it. It stacks up a little bit, but it never hurts to have duration onto it for basically his evade option and his third ability. That's the reason I put in so much duration. Is it because of the fourth ability and his stacking capability? It's for all the other abilities. So that's the reason why I have so much duration. Basically, it's a turn off your brain and shoot mode kind of build. Like you saw there, I just pressed 3 button for a few seconds. I don't need energy. Even though I'm getting 1 energy and 4 energy per headshot, that's overkill. It's all about 2 and 1. And keeping me invisible and keeping my perks on my 4th ability. And I got 50 seconds to make sure I get that done. And that's beneficial in what I'm doing now. As you saw earlier, when I was soloing, it was staying rock solid at like 100% or 100 seconds. Now I'm at 50 seconds. Why? Because squad are killing my kills. And that's the problem with Harrow. He's a greedy frame. You got to factor in the difference between the two and create that balance between. And that's another thing I get frustrated with a lot of information providing on YouTube when it comes to Warframe YouTubers, is that a lot of them are solo players instead of squad builders. I do both. I do squads more than I do solo. So I know the difference on certain builds, what works and what doesn't when it comes to squads. Due to the fact that most gamers like you run squads anyways, most of their builds kind of obsolete out, especially builds that require a ton of nourish. I still haven't got the right vibe from this weapon yet. I think Vile Acceleration might be the trick. We'll see. Love it. There I go. I lost my evade. Where am I at? I'm at... Oh, I did a format. What's my gamer tag? Flapvsjack. What am I? I'm Legendary 5. The highest you can get. Ah, look at this little cute little bugger. Aww, he went splat. Here you go, buddy. Oh, I was gonna do a handshake.
And so we learn the importance of clarity. And
Remember, we're doing 5 minutes. I was just trying to test it out. Hey, yo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have to go? Thank you, Sibo. I'll see you next time. I love my base. You can do reinforced bond instead. Yeah, you can. Want to see a good lore with good builds? Check out the demon prints. I'm part of his awesome server too that loves helping Tenno. Okay, I'll check that out. All right, let's fudge this up a little bit. Also, don't worry about disbanding. We'll try. Oh yeah, one of them we left. So, primary fire chart, alternate fire, which releases the belted projectile. Deadhead does help out on recoil, but is not necessary once you put in stabilizer. This is a must, like all around. But if you do not have Harrow, Vile acceleration is required, which is this right here. I'm kind of curious what it's going to be like once I put that on. Let's swap it back out to Serration.
Operator, Ordis wonders
Just to see for the
what are you
feels.
thinking about?
I want to take this down a peg strictly for damage. I think 102 is overkill, especially for corrosive and heat stacked up. That's great against infested and Grenier, but I do want to do a corpus mission with it. Let's do it for the memes. So let's file. So I do know none of these have a high chance. Let's bring this down. For shits and giggles, let's see what this does. Okay, so corrosive, I got affected, storm, boom, add that in, add some more weight. That is required. And I would slap in Vile acceleration for non-hero runs. Or you just like the fire rate. Ammo is not the problem, so you're good on that. All right, anybody else want to join in? Do me a favor, friend flapvsjack or DM flapvsjack, or state your in-game name in chat. I'll get you in. This is clan. Do me a favor, DM me. That way I can get you in. Your name, a lot of you guys have different names on YouTube versus in-game, so I don't know who the hell you are. 17, yep. Oh, it used to be a 20 plat. All earned. None of it bought. Well, I'll take that back. Some of it's bought. I do buy the $70 or $80 Prime Access, and that's it. That's the only thing I buy. Now for the plat. Straight up for not grinding Prime, the Prime part. That's the one thing I can't stand. And yes, I do giveaways on Friday. It looks like I might do a giveaway tomorrow. I want to do a fashion frame contest. And how it's going to work is that you can link your fashion frame. You guys vote on the top 4. And then I'll make another vote for the top 4. And they'll get a choice of a deluxe skin. We might do that a couple times tomorrow. Because Sunday is my best stream days. And I'm just growing so fast. And do me a favor, if you just join, you enjoy it, you like the direction, you like the way I look, you like my beard, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz. But most importantly, friend me on Warframe and Soulframe. That's how you're going to get in. That's the whole point of Squad Up, is the whole purpose of it. Second cup did the trick. I'm running off of 5 hours of sleep, 4 or 5 hours. And the coffee is just keeping me alive. All right, DM me real quick so you can join my squad. We're gonna do more Steel Path mod just to level up this Trumna for this one person that's probably not here anymore. But we're just playing with it due to the fact that's the fan favorite now because of TennoCon 2025. we'll go forth from there. Thank you, Ninja. You always a double wisp. I'll take your wisp any day. Your name is the same. Oh, I know you, Stratus. Just right now, Nick, I'm pushing more to streaming. I did edited videos. So the problem is that, oh, look at your wisp. All right. All right. Ooh, you went diverse. So the fashion frame contest of what I usually do, I torture you guys. What I usually do is that I limit what you could do. So you can pick any Warframe of choice, but you can't use red, black, or gold. So this is a good combo here. Unfortunately, you got some black, but this can't. I like the white and blue. I like the diversity. Really, really, really good. Share me your fashion frame. I like to see your shit. No joke. You see me on YouTube? Do you want to join my squad, Heal? Hello. All right, I'll just invite you guys. See who joins in first. And don't go away, because if you don't join me on this squad, that's okay. I disband all the time. That way I could get people to join in and have basically their turn. After this, after I level up Trumna, you guys voted on Oracle Vault. We're going to do that. Do not worry about being in my clan or the Dragon Keys. I can carry you. So right now, we're just trying something different due to the fact of lack of sleep. And I just need to level up this weapon. And we'll see if we go from there. So I did Oracle Bane. I swapped out. I added more weight for corrosive, since it's Grenier, mostly. So I have overall more damage at the loss of status proc. I still think fire rate added to Trumna will be more beneficial with Harrow or without. Be honest with you. That's where I'm at with it. I'm still hearing it. You add my name. Is that your name? I'll add you in a second. Coco? Just saw it. If I missed you, just treat me like a dumbass. Just state your in-game name again. And if you're not in-game, that's okay. State your in-game name in chat so I can add you in a friend. Just do me a favor. Friend me or accept my friend request by the end of the day. Tomorrow, every day I purge. If you're at work, school, in the park, whatever, that's fine.
At your peril.
I'm almost at my cap.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to.
Are you cross-platform, Coco, or PC? Give me a heads up.
Life support.
The hunt is on, Tenno. The synthesis scanner is detecting a potential target. Use it. Search for traces of the target.
My bad, boys. Alright. Yeah, it's still got a little bit of recoil, but it's not that bad. Alright. You guys are waypointing something. I don't know what you're waypointing. What, a farm area? Oh. Oh, you want to hang out here? Okay. I'm kind of curious what Vile Acceleration is going to do. But obviously, if you do not have Harrow, I see fire rate and reload being a problem. If you got an arcane that could supplement that, yay. But this weapon's great with Harrow.
Life support on the way.
Alright, so I feel a little bit of the weight with the corrosive. Not that bad. Could go double damage on that. So you're starting to see my vibe. If you started from the beginning, you start to see how I grow on the build. I know what all the mods do, and it's always limited to a certain type of build, what you can do it, and also the frame. Like, this is... Trumna is made for Harrow. Squad or not squad. Nice.
Tenno used the keys, but
They are mere trespassers. Only I, Thor, know the true power
Oh.
of your blade.
Still, Eximus is the hardest part. So, magnetic. I would, if I could replace fire with magnetic, I wish I could. The only thing I wish I could change out.
I will teach these trespassers.
Just to tackle some of the Eximus.
By Yagger's scheme, they will learn its simple.
But it holds up pretty good.
Let it be known.
I'm prepared to fly.
Behold, they cut me down, but still I speak.
Yeah, I could definitely feel the weight of corrosive stacking up so much better with this build. So I want to do 60-60, but if you do not have galvanized aptitude, having the two 60-60s with that would probably be more beneficial for you. But I would slap on galvanized aptitude and also get the 120 mods added in just to get the vibes right. I'm still missing one mod slot out of this Trumna build. I'm going to try Bow Acceleration first, just for bullshit. If not, I'll just put in more damage, or I could double dip. I could slap in a Bane mod. I think that would be more beneficial than... Because the only thing beneficial with Rifle LMS would be fire. Or gas. That would be great for Corpus runs. And we're tackling Corpus on Oricans out of this build. But as you can see, it's not really necessary. Where are you guys at? Yeah, not a bad weapon at all. I would say that. As long as you take care of fire rate and reload, I think you'll be fine. Now, I get it. Early Tennos or baby Tennos will not have this option early. I get that. I'm factoring you in. Just mod it up for that. Again, the only thing you need for early game, multi-shot and freaking damage. That's it. Until you get basically to level 60 and higher, that's when you just got to go through gimmick. Where's this Acolyte? Where's this Acolyte? It's over here. Whee! Alright, we got 20 more seconds. And we're gonna bounce. Oh, lost my evade! No! I lost more to kill! That's the reason I go for duration over strength. For squad reasons. Oh, someone down. I get you. GG.
Our operative is making progress. This will
Nice.
help our cause.
If I'm not talking today, it's mainly because I'm tired. Usually I'm just talking my head off, but right now I'm just like... Alright, boys, let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's see who gives me the first handshake. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? I'm still here and I'll add you in my name. Xbox doesn't matter. I'm cross-platform. So it don't matter on that.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
Yeah, Magnetic is great against Eximus. Might swap it out with that, but that would be better for Corpus runs as well. To give you an idea. See where we're going out with that. Alright, let me double check a few things. Crew, at least see how it's going. Thank you for watching. Also, on my shorts, guys, I do have a mainstream. You can see more if you don't want to hold it vertical. If you want to go over to my mainstream, it's pinned in the chat below. If you want to swap over to there. The more the merrier. I don't care how you watch me. I get the hours anyways. But I'm just trying to give you choices. Do me a favor, sub, like, and subscribe, do all that jazz. That's important too. But most importantly, get your butt in my squad. So we're almost done with this Trumna build for TennoCon reasons.
Ready for action.
And what I was talking about earlier, if you have this mod, this is not necessary for the 6060. Getting the 90 is good enough. Do I have... Trying to add up here. Is it our freaking Prime version electricity? And here's the problem with Rifle LMS. It does do overall status damage, but it only applies to those base damage. So the only perk I would get out of this build is heat, because I have no slash. You can slap in Hunter ammunition, but you're sacrificing fire rate. Keep in mind, I'm running Harrow, so the fire rate's already increased. So using Mirage, Nova, or any other frame, it's going to shoot slow. So you're going to have viral acceleration to get that perk. It's going to be negative 15 damage. Punch through is nice, but not necessary with this weapon.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
If you're going for, I think on this build, if you went with the electric, gas, toxin, or blast build, it'll be more beneficial than a slash and heat build, to be honest with you, due to the fact of the AoE radial effect. So, but yeah, I think I'm in a good spot with this build. So we'll do one more run. I got one more slot. Anybody want to join me up? DM me now. Who's Nick? Did you drop? Oh, you want me to look at your Ember? Who's in my squad? Nick, Stratus. Want me to look at your Ember? That is a very white Ember. That's rare. You never see that. Oh, you got the fire little stripes. That's nice. Okay. I like that. That looks really good. Interesting. I've never seen that before. All right, I got one more slot. Give me your in-game name or DM me now to join up. I have 46 Argon crystals. You better use them. They're going to be gone tomorrow. How much do I need to level up that Trumna? I'm at 22. So let's swap it around. Magnetic. It might be better with magnetic, to be honest. Stormbringer, high voltage. 80% is pretty high. So if I had to go with anything, I might go... Do not need that. Also, radiation. Radiation. Reload. There it is. If I had to fix it with reload, I would slap this sucker on for radiated reload for non-Harrow players. That way you can get a little bit more radiation added into it and so forth. And it doesn't take a lot of polarity slots to do that. I might swap that out with Vile Acceleration on this build once I get enough polarity to knock it out. That's one thought of what I do. Spring loaded. What is this? Is this where is this? Auto? Let's see if there's an auto mod. Nope. Again, I'm tired. Other than that, if I had to put anything here, you could double dip with Serration and also Bane mods. There you go. So you can always go with that if you like dealing with Bane mods. Let's level this sucker up. Let's play with it a couple more runs and see what happens. Get this over with, and then we'll do Orc and Vault runs. Elements would be nice if I went magnetic, gas, or electricity. I think that would be better, more beneficial, because it does not benefit this build, which is corrosive and heat. Yes, I do get benefits from heat, but corrosive has a higher weight, so it's really not necessary on this build. So it dropped you down because you do not have Steel Path. So it's just those three. Keep in mind, we're doing Steel Path. Now, on the Orc and Vault, stick around, just in case. I will not need Steel Path to do Orc and Vault. Since you're a new 10-0, you probably want to squad up with me anyway, so you got priority. We could get you those corrupted mods. Those are essential mods. So stick around for me, please.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Actually, MR9 doesn't matter. In fact, you can get Steel Pass unlocked at
They're
MR5.
trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending
Like,
auxiliary life support.
MR is just leveling up
There
items
is a
in the game.
sanctuary target here, Hunter.
Why on earth would you want to do that is beyond me, because there's a lot of things you're locking yourself out on, not leveling up. But honestly, I think, was it MR17 or 18 is the highest rank you need to get anything now? And we were talking about that earlier. Someone said it on chat, not this stream or yesterday's stream. They are talking about MR30, but no one can confirm that for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm really curious what versus radiated reload would be like versus foul acceleration with this build. Oh, he's down. Or is that a doggo? I got you, doggy. Where I need to go out? 23.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Fuck. I feel like I'm on a B-32 just in war. Hey, stop going around that column. I need to shoot you in the face. Oh, that's an Xmas. Where am I at? 25. Yeah, I'll definitely get it out in this mission. So Xmas is my problem child with this weapon. Not on radio attacks, though. So that's good to know. Although I am built for corrosive.
Ready for a capsule.
See here. Where you boys at? Not Stratus came in! Oh, went my shield. Boom.
Another life
Some
support
guys.
capsule is now available.
27. Getting there. Almost ranked up. For one more forma. Kind of overkill, but here we are. Also, I need plastic. I'm out of plastic. Don't ask how I'm out of plastic. I'm out of plastic. I'm pretty good. It kind of holds up a little bit. Freaking Xmas. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, Bow Acceleration, I think, might be the winner here. Where am I at? 29. I'll definitely get it by the end of the mission. No, not my evade. Where's he at? Okay. That was that. Oh my god, this Argon. Where am I at? Max rank! Right on. We can leave after this. I think it's this way. Oh, holds up. Not a bad weapon. Still not fully modded out, but not that bad.
My brothers, did I not tell of this day? Did I not prophesize this moment?
The operative has just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work. When you are ready.
I would say there should be two builds for this weapon. One for the radio build and one for the regular. Oh. Freaking. Where are you?
I will teach these trespassers the redemptive power
There we go.
of my
Rick, where are you at?
They will learn its simple.
Where is Boar?
No, if the Tenno wants true salvation, they will lay down their arms and wait.
Screw it. Let's bank out of here. Let's go ahead and get out of here. I don't even know why I'm sticking around. I got my Trumna leveled up, so I'm good to go. Oh, wrong way. Thank you, waypoint. I hate looking at the mini-map. My bad. Wasn't even showing to me. Relic run? No. No, we're just doing level up Trumna because someone asked my Trumna build. I realized I didn't even max it out, so I'm just playing with Trumna at our current. We're going to do some Orc and Vaults after this. I think this would be a good time to level it up at the same time. Ammo. Alright, I just want to see what I can do. I really think for a general build, without the radial effect, style acceleration is a must. Stabilizer is a must for this build, unfortunately. So what I would do, since the polarity doesn't really matter, I can swap it out with this. Bring that down a little bit. Does that give me enough to get it? Nope. That means I got to form a this just to get Vile acceleration. So I think that's a good time to swap it over. What we're going to do is do some Orc and Vault runs. If you want to join me, Razwiff, you're in. Don't worry, Steel Pass is not required for this. So I'll send you another invite. DM me. Chat has priority. Keep in mind, if you never joined me with before, you're going to get in line first. If no one shows up, then guess what? People who stick around get to reap the rewards. Speaking of, and I'll show you exactly how you're going to DM me. In 1 second.
Misplaced those memories.
So do me a favor. You can type. The best way to do it is go to menu, communication, friends, add friend, type in flapvsjack right there. That's how you're going to do it. Or you can state your in-game name and chat below. Coco, are you, speaking of you, are you cross-platform or PC? Which one are you? Where are you at? Your Xbox? Gotcha. So you're cross-platform. You're already my friend, buddy. You need to DM me. Just make sure that you DM me. I can't find you all the time for you. Save me the help. What's your clan? Our clan is Onion Spoon. Right here's the name with an S. That's correct. The emblem's there. If you want to search me up in game, just make sure that you look under Moon Tier, and we're listed there. I'm accepting all the time. We got plenty of room. I actually thought about torturing some of you guys, and there is no cap for this. Well, there is a cap. There's a 50 people cap. I thought about people trying out my maze to see who could get through it. Now, if you're part of my alliance and clan and already done my maze, I'm not counting you. I'm counting anybody who wants to join in. I can invite anybody as much as I can to my dojo, as long as you leave my squad. We might dabble into that later if you are interested in it. So let me put in a vote. It's up to you if you guys want to do it or not. So I'll put in a vote. Want to do Dojo Maze? Yes or no? Later in the stream. And I am tired. I'm sorry. I'm usually more energetic than I am today, but I did not get much sleep. We'll start that poll. You guys tackle it in if y'all want to do it or not. So the question is, do you want to do a Dojo Maze later in the stream? We'll go from there. Right now, we're going to do some Orc and Volt runs. But first, I need to get you into my squad if you want to join me. DM me. You can type in whatever. Invite X. And we'll go forward from there. You do not need the dragon keys. I'll take care of that for you. You just need to show up. Dragon. Hey. And what we have on the agenda for today is that we're going to do 4 hours of Warframe and also 4 hours of Soulframe. And that's how that's going to basically play out today. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz for me. Every bit of you joining me helps out so much. And what else I'm going to do is basically how I do every stream. On my main stream, you just hang out. On my short streams, I had to cut you off. Meaning that every 2.5 hours or 3 hours, basically they stop my viewership for whatever reason, and I have to re-upload. Then I get a whole bunch of people that show up. It's weird, but it's what it is. So we're at that mark now. So make sure that you join me beforehand. Oh yeah, I got Hobble Key. I need to bring in...
Ready to kick.
Bottom.
Razor Wing. Lazy Tino. Thank you. Alright, sorry, Stratus, but I think you're just... Do me a favor. What's your Titania build? Oh. Ah. Well, I'm here. No. You're looking for my Titania build? There you go. Only thing special about it is replace the third ability with Thermal and Thunder from Gauss. And that's pretty much it. Build as is. So that helps out a little bit right there. So I forgot about the shorts. I'm going to drop you guys off in a few minutes. So if you guys can do me a favor, if y'all got any questions before we do, I'm going to drop shorts in 5 minutes. Now, if you're in my squad, that doesn't affect you. If you want to migrate over to my main stream, it's listed in the chat below. It's in a pinned message. Help me out on that. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz firsthand, but friend me in game first. And Soulframe as well if you got the game. Every time I stream Soulframe, everyone's like, what is this game? I'm like, Jack gets irritated. It's like, it's Soulframe. And if you're curious, Stratus, as long as Ortis gets out of the way, I have basically maximum energy on spawn. I also, wait a minute. Can you guys even see that with my, yeah. Good thing I put opacity on there. So I put on maximum energy is on spawn. I also put energy max just to help out a little bit. She does get a little bit low on energy, so it helps out a little bit, but you can replace this with strength. That's strength right there, and also casting speed. That's only for the 4th ability, in and out if I need to. But the 2 I recommend is make sure that you have energy on field on spawn and corrosive status. Now, if you get the tower version better, that's even better. That is very helpful for basically Axie game or in game, or basically for near missions or missions down the road if you want to tackle other than Orc Vault or Relic runs with this build. Add that in. Again, in 5 minutes, I'm going to drop shorts, re-upload you. If you want to watch me on my main stream, cool. You get to see more of me in my screen. If not, do me a favor. Hang out until the next episode. It'll be episode 2 on shorts. And that's where I'm going to show up. Just so I can beat the YouTube algorithm. It usually takes about 5 or 7 minutes to basically get up to speed. While we wait, take a steel path. Let's go ahead and knock this out. You guys go ahead, start the mission. Waypoint the door, get the objective done. And we'll be good to go from there. And I'm sorry if I'm yawning. I didn't get much sleep. Oh. If you try a secondary encumber with Arcane Impetus build with or instead of Energize, it allows you to run 45 efficiency easily from my testing. What? Oh, no, I haven't tried that. Do me a favor, send me your build. The worst part about farming vaults is forgetting you still have a dragon key. Yeah, that's true. I have done the secret tank boss with a dragon key equipped. I was like, oh. Luckily, it was just this shield one. And I forgot about it. Oh, Lazy Tuna, I just sent you mine on PS5. Okay, cool. I'll get you in a minute. How much time we got? Remember, I'm going to cut off shorts. Mainstream, don't worry, just hang out, vibe.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point.
Oh, yeah.
Happy hunting.
Nope.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
Maybe? Yep.
Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno.
Nope.
Prepare for incoming support.
Oh, found a door. Alright. On button. Go ahead, go to the objective. Never mind, that's a statue. Damn it. Alright, so we still need to find a door. Dang nammit. If you find a door, do me a favor, waypoint it. And what we're going to do, this is how squad up works. We'll do 5 runs. I'll disband. If you want to join me, please send me your in-game name, and we'll go forward from there. That's something I'm going to repeat all the time.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Right. Oh, found a door. All right, boys, let's get out of here. Boys or girls, whoever you are.
Opened an Araxia vault. It appears unaffected
And that's
by the
why
infestation.
I have casting speed.
The artifact you are carrying appears to be affecting your
He's got to be the
Warframe.
first.
Vault
All right, so there's a
artifact
5-minute
acquired.
mark.
You'll need to
So
extract
do me a
the
favor.
Warframe.
If you're on shorts, go ahead, hop over to mainstream or go to my main channel if you want to still use shorts, and you'll see episode 2. And that's how you get the same format coming up in a minute.